In His Shadow by meniekeime. Chapter 28. Wait, what? Draco's point of view. Man, I'm stressed out. I was laying in my cabin on the ship to Bulgaria, remembering what happened the week before. Are you sure you want to leave? I mean, technically, you're smuggling an omaga from Britain to Bulgaria. I have no business in Bulgaria. You can just leave me here. He mumbled. I gave him a don't talk shit look and said, I'm not leaving you here with a bunch of crazy people. Neville had gotten a bit of anxiety when I told him we would be leaving for Bulgaria together. It didn't help that his mood earlier when Pansy told us that Ginny had been bragging about her family going there this Christmas too. So, this made Neville and me depart earlier than expected. I had intended to apparate to Dormstrong on the train back to London, not to arouse any attention. But when the Weasleys were going to be in the same place as I was, I needed to have everything checked out. And with everything, I meant Harry and his little booty. I had made the perfect plan. We would leave just before the ship arrived, run on deck, and disappear into the ship's belly. Neville and I had everything packed and left behind a snogging Blaze, Vince, and Greg, and a whispering Luna and Pansy, and went about our merry way until we got caught. Mr. Malfoy, where are you going? There's still a day of school. I had stopped and turned around to face Dumbledore. Professor, as far as I'm concerned, students who are older than 17 are free to leave during the weekends, and I am pretty sure that today is a Saturday. Now, would you excuse us? We have a ship to catch. I grabbed Neville and stormed off. Thanks to that, we were a bit late, but we made it on the ship nevertheless without anybody really seeing us, and we were assigned our cabins. I hoped our early arrival wouldn't be a problem for Harry, as it was a rather rushed decision, and I didn't really inform him. Oops. The second the cabin door opened, Neville had more or less ripped off the collar around his neck. I knew that he hated that he had to wear such a thing, feeling as if he was an object. He cuddled the pillow and gave me a shy look while I was trying to read, and now I was stressed out. What is it, Neville? Do you need anything? I asked him, putting my book away. Do you think Harry will be happy to see me? I mean, he has found a new best friend, and I'm just going to be a third rail, and... Neville, we talked about this. I said to him, giving him a hug. Harry told me that he is really happy that you're going to come too, and he has a millions of things planned for you two already, and I'm sure that he didn't replace you. That seemed to calm him down, and we decided to sleep a bit. It still seemed to take hours until we reached Bulgaria. I was getting anxious. After half of a year of not seeing my little Harry, I'm not sure how to react. I had bought him a gift I hope he would like, and I hope to convince him to take our relationship farther after the Yule Ball. We reached the shore, and we were allowed to get off from the ship. I took Neville's hand so he wouldn't get separated. When all the people rushed off the ship, we followed the mast, and the school came into view. It seemed a bit smaller than Hogwarts, but older, and it gave off much more of a homier feel. The one Hogwarts gave off when I was still a first year. In front of the school stood a group of students, all wearing the traditional red festive uniform. I began to scan the students for a certain raven, while Neville's eyes grew big, and he pointed at the right side, and there he stood. The uniform made him seem even sexier, highlighting his lean body and curves. The overthrow he was wearing seemed to swallow his small figure. I didn't notice how I began to run over to him, my feet picking up speed by themselves. Neville wasn't able to catch up. While I had almost reached my destination, Harry noticed me and opened his arms for me to run into them. But instead of being met with a perfect omaga, I was met with a wall. Who are you, and what do you want from Harry? The wall laughed, and I stood up straight and looked at the man in the eyes. He was another suitor, a new one? My name is Draco Malfoy, Harry's suitor. Nice to meet you, Mr. I stretched out my hand for him, keeping a hard look. The wall grabbed my hand and shook it, a little smile forming on his lips. Eyes still hard. Victor Crumb, I'm Harry's beta brother. Let me tell you, if you dare even look at him, oh wait, he doesn't want, I will break every little bone in your body. I pulled my hand back. Be sure, these are not my intentions. Harry was able to push his beta brother out of the way so he could finally hug. Harry was still so much smaller than me, so I lifted him up and gave him a kiss right on the lips. I missed you so much. I whispered in his ear, holding him close. When I remembered that I didn't come alone, I turned back, looking where I left Neville. I saw red. Stay here for a second, Harry. I have to take care of something real quick. I stomped over to Neville, who was getting cornered by Harry's beta brother. Before he could touch the Omega, I pulled him back by his collar. Hey there, what are you doing with my little brother? I asked him angrily. Wait, Draco, I thought I heard Neville say. When the second of surprise was over, the beta had collected himself. It seems we are both not the brightest lights on the Christmas tree. I am Neville's mate. Well, soon-to-be mate. To say this was a surprise, then I'm just going to tell you that I know some people that can make you disappear without a trace. So if you hurt Neville, expect to not continue living after. I gave him a stern look in return. I gave him a stern look that he returned. Then we both smirked. It seems we're going to become great friends. I laughed. I Neville slapped both of our arms. Then he pulled Victor down and gave him a deep kiss, not wanting to let the man go. Harriet came over to us, jumping on my back, sniffing my neck. They would have prepared a guest room for you, but I told them you could stay in my room, he said, and I turned my head around. Do you want to show me your room? I asked, and Harry began to nod like crazy, making me carry him through the castle. End of chapter 28.